It's Madden NFL 24. And this one...
The final playoff push is upon us. It's Week 12 of the NFL season, and we're underway on EA Sports. Now Jamal Agnew from his end zone. And bulldozing his way through. And a good return, able to get out across the 35 to the 36. So here come the Falcons now to get the football for the first time. And a look at a guy, definitely got a little razzle-dazzle to him. Can do it with his arm or his legs. Their mobile QB.
Now, the meeting we had with him this week, that's one of the briefer ones we've ever had, isn't it?
He wasn't too happy after last week.
Not happy. Really determined to play a whole lot better, and he really can't play a whole lot worse. He's got to go out and show the team that the goods that he exhibited early are still there. Otherwise, he could lose the confidence that they have in him.
And hoping to get rid of that interception bug. First carry of the game now for the Texas superstar, Bijan Robinson. He finds some way to turn this into positive yardage as he struggles forward for a pickup of about 2.
2 yards on the pickup. It's 2nd and 8.
From the 38 now, here comes 2nd and 8. Again, it's Robinson. And he'll work it inside the 30 to the 29-yard line. 9 yards to pick up there, and it's a first down. He was well over 100 yards last week. He told us this week, a little ambitious, said he wants to hit that 200 mark. We'll see.
Makes sense, though, doesn't it? Have we ever run into a running back that had a great game the week before that didn't think that's just going to naturally continue? Just make sure you feed me the football. And that's what they're all about. Continuity, rhythm, number of carries. Just keep giving it to him.
And, Charles, you wonder about this defense coming in. I mean, look, it's no secret they're playing a team that's down on its luck right now. Losers of 5 straight. How does that change how you prepare for a game?
Well, to me, the first thought is you just get after them early, right? Take away any chance of them building any confidence. But the second thing is you prepare a little bit differently. You've got to expect this team to take chances, go for it on 3rd and 4th downs, run a lot of trick plays, anything to try and break their losing streak. So you must stay alert and stay aware.
Here's 3rd and 9. Ritter back to throw. And that's going to be incomplete.
Well, he took the shot, didn't get it. There's definitely a difference here because they had a chance to get 7, maybe 8 if they pushed it. Instead, they'll likely settle for 3.
Yeah, opening drive, holding him to 3, psychologically, maybe a win for the defense. Koo knocks this one through the post, and the Falcons are out to a 3-0 advantage. In the end, the opening drive, Charles, does yield points. Maybe not the touchdown that they wanted, though.
Yeah, but bottom line, they wanted to get something out of that drive, and they did that. 3 points, they won't turn that down at all.
And he won't return this one. He'll go down to a knee, and they'll start at the 25. So here come the Saints now for their first drive. And they will be led out by their rookie quarterback.
His game last week reminded me of the old song, Accentuate the Positive, because that's about all he did, right?
Yeah.
3 touchdown passes, over 300 yards in the air, receivers happy.
And he got the win.
Got the win. If you're running back that likes to catch passes, they're happy as well. Big-time game.
The drive starting with a first down, 11 yards on that pickup. This running game so important for them, and they know that. It helped lead him to a victory last week when he was over 100 yards.
Let's face it, it's their identity, and that's what they want to play to. They want to be that team that runs the ball really well each and every week, and right now we're seeing a pretty good pattern of that happening.
There's a ball thrown right side and complete. Hill shedding the tackle. A big-time play there for New Orleans. 48 yards.
And the offense is saying to itself right now, only they were all this easy because he was wide open. And once he made the catch, plenty of room to work his way downfield. That was a breakdown on the defensive side of the ball, one that they want to fix immediately.
That's going to be caught at the 10-yard line. And he will reach the 5-yard line before going out of bounds. Rookie to rookie on the hook up there, and it's a first down.
How about the way they're moving the ball down the field? They had a big play a moment ago, followed it up with another nice one here, and before you know it, they're already looking at 1st and goal.
And they'll try the option on 1st and goal. And he'll take it into the end zone for the Saints touchdown. It's their quarterback, keeping it himself from 5 yards out. And the Saints are able to answer the early 3 points and take a first-quarter lead. And a point after, good by Groupie. And that makes it a 7-3 lead. After the touchdown, here's Groupie to kick this one away. From his end zone, here comes Agnew. And they'll start this drive just across the 30. Pretty nice work on the return. So for the second time in this one, we get set to see the Falcons offense. And last time able to get 3. It's not what they wanted. They wanted 6, but they got at least something. They mustered something out of the drive.
They'll take it. I like the way you've described it. Not ideal, but they'll take it. Anything to put some points on the board. But this time on offense, they don't even want to see the field goal kicker trot on the field. They want that ball in the end zone.
Yeah, they'll be going for 6. 2nd down and 8. Ritter headed right off the option. And out across midfield down to the 45. An excellent run of 22 yards on the keeper and also a first down. Well, he is certainly dangerous when he spots a lane, and he keeps it himself there and worked out well.
And how about the moving parts on a play like this? You know you have to practice it over and over because it's almost like a ballet that has to be choreographed. But how about once he made the decision to go, he committed to it and went. Let's face it, most teams are going to defend the running back much more than the quarterback on that type of a play.
Ritter now looking to throw it this time. That's out wide here for Robinson. And he's got this down a yard or 2 shy of the 40 before he's out of bounds. This defense for the Saints, they played really well in the win over the Raiders a week ago.
And one of the key things you always look for when you're evaluating a defense is how opportunistic are they? How many takeaways do they get per game? And how about last week's game? That number? 6. Absolutely phenomenal performance. They were on top of their game right from the first snap. No coverage bust by the defense here. They did a nice job accounting for everybody, and that led to an incompletion.
So on now is the Clemson man, Bradley Pinion, to punt this one away. And look at this. It's a fake. Room to maneuver at the 35. And they'll get this to the 30-yard line before crossing over out of bounds. A gutsy call. Turns out to be a good one, though. First down on a pickup of 11. Straight ahead, it's Robinson. And he sneaks his way forward only for a couple here. Second down.
They suspected it was a power play up the middle coming at them, and boy, were they right. That defense got downhill in a hurry and limited them to just a couple on first down.
On second down, another shot for Robinson. Oh, what a juke into space. And he'll head out of bounds inside the 10. Mark it down at the 9. 18 yards there, and it'll be a first and goal.
Well, they came into this game saying it was important that they set the tone and show that they can run the football.
Second quarter now, Falcon football, as they go to work on a first and goal. Ritter. This to Pitts, and he's got him. Touchdown, Atlanta. Kyle Pitts, his second touchdown on the season. And the Falcons have retaken the lead. Extra point by Koo, up and good. And the lead is now 10-7. Following the touchdown, here's Koo to kick off. And he won't get this to the 20-yard line as he's down at the 19. New Orleans Saints, they get ready to set up shop for their second drive. And, you know, it's certainly a lot of football left to play. We're not into December yet, but right now where we stand, they're in first place in their division, looking really good and looking to be a threat come January.
And are you one of those early holiday shoppers, partner? Are you one of those guys get your list done? Because I think about what every team has on their holiday shopping list right now. What's the number one goal? Make the playoffs. Number two, win your division. Number three, and I think the biggest goal of all, try to get the number one seed so you get that first round bye and ensure you don't have to go anywhere in January and hopefully get to the Super Bowl that way.
Back to throw now on first down. Open man downfield is Hill. A big-time play there for New Orleans. 43 yards. After the big play, a chance to finish now on first and goal.
First and goal at the 2-yard line.
Now with just 1 second showing on the play clock, we're going to get a timeout. They'll have 2 remaining as we step aside here in this second quarter. Inside the 5-yard line. Multiple players combined for their team's first sack of the game.
That I'm struggling to understand a little bit. That close to the goal line, first down, run the football. If you want to throw it, throw some play action on second down.
In motion goes the tight end. On second and goal, here's the option. And he takes it across and into the end zone. Touchdown, Saints. A great effort there with his second touchdown here in this first half. And the Saints have taken the lead. Groupie able to add the PAT. And the lead is now 14-10. After the touchdown, here's Groupie to kick this one away. From his end zone, here comes Agnew. A solid return, pretty good field position. They'll start at the 32. Now the Falcons offense gets ready to head back onto the field. There have been points on the board. We just saw back-to-back touchdown drives. I love it. I'm high-fiving our statistician, Christian McLeod, and you're angry. You're a defensive guy.
If you met one of my defensive coordinators, God rest his soul, I'm surprised he isn't in this booth right now wanting to really take you on. This is not football the way he sees it. He wants a good old-fashioned kicking game, defense, field position, and we're getting an up-and-down-the-field game here.
I'll take him. Where's his tombstone?
Boot Hill, baby. When defenses get to the quarterback that quickly, a lot of times it's called a jailbreak. It wasn't quite that fast, but fast enough that he had no time to look downfield and set himself to throw the ball. And as he tried to do that, he was hit, and it forced an incompletion.
Now a deep ball there on second down, but it'll wind up incomplete.
They decided the opportunity was there and launched a deep ball, but he was unable to get away from the defender, couldn't create space, couldn't uncover at the end of the route, and that one winds up incomplete.
Ritter throwing on third down. It's incomplete. Took a shot, couldn't connect.
That could be the stop this defense needed to get them back on track. They've been pretty well dissected by the offense here in the first half. After that possession, now they know that they can compete with this offense.
This is taken at the 23. That'll go as a 42-yard punt, and they'll be aided by a loss of yardage on the return. And the Saints will take over with a first down and 10. So here are the Saints to take over. They've won 2 straight, and they lead this one as well as they come up on first and 10. They'll try and start this drive in the air. Quick hitter here, it's complete. So nothing doing there, and that'll bring up second down.
Now, these two division rivals, a couple of late games on the schedule this year. Their first meeting, you might remember, was back in Week 10, and it was the visiting Saints who got the victory then, so they'll look for the season sweep here in New Orleans. 2nd and 10.
They'll look to throw. And he'll get this into the hands of Hill, complete. And he'll be taken down, but not before they work it across midfield. A gain of 32 that time. So the line of scrimmage moves all the way across the 50 now as they come up 1st and 10. Now they'll throw here out of the gun.
Oh, and that is incomplete. The Saints at 9-1 on the year. They come in feeling pretty good after back-to-back victories, CD.
And I thought that they played pretty well last week. Their execution, their discipline, their resilience, all on display in that victory.
That's going to be caught downfield by Hill.
And all the way inside the 15 before they drop it. The catch and run going to wind up netting him 33 yards. So how about this for field position after the big play? Inside the 15 now as they come up on 1st and 10. They'll stick with the passing game as he looks to throw. And he's got it. Touchdown, Saints. Taysom Hill from 13 yards out.
And the Saints are able to widen their advantage. Grouping for the extra point.
It's good, and it's 21-10. So that drive spanned 5 plays, and it all culminates in a Saints touchdown.
After the touchdown, here's Groupie to kick this one away. And no chance to get away as they'll get him down at about the 17-yard line.
Atlanta now coming out on the field. They'll look to make some inroads here, trailing 21-10 as they come up on a 1st and 10.
Back to throw, Ritter. And complete to Drake London.
Gets around him. And he'll be taken down, but not before they work it across midfield. It's a gain of 35.
Still all sorts of time left in this game, and you'd like to be able to say take it one play at a time. But the truth is, they're probably going to have to hit on a few big plays in the passing game to close this gap, and that's a good start right there.
And we've hit the 2-minute mark in this first half of action. A reminder that when halftime rolls around, Jonathan Coachman will have all the highlights and analysis of this first half of play from our studios in Orlando. Here's a throw to his running back. It's complete. And he'll be out just a yard or two shy of the 30.
16 more on that one and another 1st down.
And we see another pitch and catch there to the running back. This position just continues to evolve. They become just as critical to the passing attack as a lot of receivers, tight ends, because their ability to make people miss in the open field can really generate big plays for an offense.
And now a throw on 1st down there, but it's incomplete.
And not a common sight, at least on this drive. A momentary setback, though, for this passing game that has been moving well this series. Good thing for them, though. Still 2 more downs to connect and try and pick up another 1st down.
Being chased down, and he can't find anywhere to go with it, and he goes down. They'll get to the line here, but remember, it's also 3rd down.
Here's Ritter.
And the throw there going to be incomplete. So another incompletion there. He's hitting on fewer than half his pass attempts in this one, and that is not a winning formula.
Yes, let's make sure we give a little bit of credit to the defense here. They're giving him a lot to think about, a lot of different looks, and he seems a little bit confused trying to complete passes.
The New Orleans offense set to take over. And not an abundance of time remains on the clock, Charles, but you would think more than enough to try to extend this lead before intermission.
And when you're talking about extending the lead, I think you're talking about aiming for the end zone because there is plenty of time for that. The fallback is to get 3. But in your mind, you put 6 on the board right before the half. That's a heck of a dagger and great momentum to carry into the locker room.
Meanwhile, they take a shot to start the drive, but this is going to wind up incomplete.
That's some good closing speed there defensively because that looked open for a minute. But that's great work with the ball in the air. Never gave up, converged on his man, and broke the play up.
There's a throw over the middle. It's taken in by his tight end. 27 yards there, a first down. Looking to speed things up here, going with some tempo. They'll look to throw now on first down. And he will find his big tight end over the middle. And he's going to get this down to the 35-yard line. So that changes things a bit. Here's a 1st and 10 all the way down at the 35. Again, he'll drop to throw. He's going to fire one deep, middle of the field. And that one incomplete, but now a penalty flag coming in late. That might be PI.
So the pass incomplete in the end zone, but the flag comes out for interference.
And now you're set up right on the doorstep of the goal line. 1 yard away changes what your play calls are going to be.
And they'll send the tight end in motion here. They'll try to run this one in. And no signal yet. I don't think he got in. He didn't. They'll mark him at the 1. Now the Saints will use their 3rd and final timeout, as it'll come with 15 seconds to play in the first half. Second and 1. To the goal line, but it's incomplete.
I see the surprise in your face there, partner. That is a rare incompletion from him. He's been on point this entire game.
He has percentage completion-wise way up. Not that time. They'll look to throw on 3rd and goal. Touchdown! A great play there with his first career NFL touchdown. And the Saints will extend their lead here just before halftime. The point after, good by Groupie. And the lead is up to 18 now. That time a 6-play drive. And it ends with a touchdown for New Orleans.
So just 8 ticks remaining here in the first half as they'll kick this one away. And he'll get it up just past the 20 as his guys will go to work at the 21-yard line. And with time running short here, they'll simply take a knee, and that should do it for half number 1. So it's halftime here. Halftime over, no problem with us. We skip right to the 3rd quarter and continue this midseason contest.
And we welcome you back now. Alongside Charles Davis, I'm Brandon Gaudin, getting set for quarter number 3 here. Set now to go for the 3rd quarter. The Saints have the lead and set to receive the kick. And able to get this out to the 25. Out come the Saints now. They'll go on offense first here to begin the 3rd quarter.
As this offense takes the field to begin the opening drive of the second half, Charles, remember in that first half, good through the air and really all around an outstanding offensive performance.
Absolutely. They reached the end zone several times. The passing game worked.
And nothing but green grass here, middle of the field.
Big strides, look at him go.
Touchdown, New Orleans. Taysom Hill with his 13th touchdown of the year and 2nd of the game.
And the Saints come right out of the locker room and score here in the opening minute of the 3rd quarter. Groupie able to add the PAT.
And they open the lead up now to 25.
After the touchdown, here's Groupie to kick this one away. From his end zone, here comes Agnew. And in hindsight, probably should have taken a knee as he only gets this out to the 16-yard line.
Here comes the Falcons offense. It's their first possession of the second half now.
CD, they certainly know the hole that they face as they begin the second half. They have to do what precious few teams have done in NFL history. That's try to come back from a 4-possession deficit.
And, partner, you know as that team gathers, they're saying to each other, you never say never, right? Because if you're on an NFL roster, that's how you have to think. You can always come back and win a ball game. And let's face it, we saw a certain Super Bowl, a 25-point lead late that wasn't enough to put someone away. But that being said, this task is near impossible. Let's face it. And bottom line is, it officially becomes... if this possession is an empty one.
Now a 2nd and 2. They'll run again here with Robinson. And not much to speak of. Call it a 1-yard gain up to the 26. Good job there keeping him to a short gain. Of course, he's coming off a really terrific performance. Reigning NFC Defensive Player of the Week.
And I know people get caught up in, well, if you're the reigning Defensive Player of the Week, you must have made a bunch of spectacular plays. I think you mixed in a few of those, but most of the plays are just like we saw there. Keep them to short gains, make the fundamental tackle. I think it's pretty evident we can say what a difference a week makes. Last week, he ran pretty much wild, didn't he? Did pretty much what he wanted to do. But this one, they've stopped him cold. That, to me, that's good scouting and even better execution.
Yeah, and they stopped him behind the line right there. They obviously watched the tape a few times and made some adjustments. This will be a 41-yard punt, 3 on the return. And out will come the offense as they take over. They'll come out throwing here on 1st down. Got his man complete over the middle. It's Hill. Now he's going to get this all the way down inside the 35. The catch and run going to wind up netting him 33 yards. So the big play changes the complexion of things. Here's 1st and 10 just outside the 30. They'll look to throw here. And this throw a bit late as he couldn't reach back for it. Not his best throw there, but where we sit right now in the 3rd quarter, he's had a pretty good game throwing the football.
He certainly has, and it's not exactly at the point where we're doing 4-minute offense yet, but they've got to think about, I'm not going to say milking the clock, but understanding clock management here on out.
Another throw on 2nd down, and this one incomplete as well. He shook his head right when he released that throw. He knew it was going to be a little off target.
Yeah, the excitement got him on that one. Wasn't able to control the fact the receiver was open, and it would have been an easy throw.
Work in the middle of the field, and he's got a man complete. And they are able to stop him, but he does take it all the way to the 2. And he's able to get it down to the 2-yard line. Call it a 1-yard gain on the play, and that'll bring up a 2nd and goal. They'll try to run this one in. And that play going absolutely nowhere as he's belted before he could get out of the backfield. That's a loss of 8 yards there to bring up 3rd.
On goal-to-goal runs, when you create lost yardage plays, the only way that happens is either called pressure or what I like to call straight-ahead pursuit. A great read, and they get to the backfield and make the play.
And that was a big chunk of yardage lost. Oh, a first mistake for him in the ball game as it's intercepted. And the Falcons are going to take possession here. It's a touchback, and they'll take over at the 20-yard line. And they'll come out with a 3 tight end look on the first play of the drive. They start on the ground with Robinson here. Officially, it's a 1-yard loss. That's going to bring up 2nd and 11.
And now you have to wonder, partner, at what point in time do they forget the running game? It's been a struggle so far in this one. I would think they'd have to start throwing it a little bit more.
On 2nd down, Ritter. Man open is Robinson. And he'll be taken down, but not before they work it across midfield. It's a gain of 35. So the line of scrimmage moves all the way across the 50 now as they come up 1st and 10. A give to Robinson on the option. He's got it to the 43 here.
They know that old expression, it's not my night. It hasn't been his so far. I don't know if the legs are a little bit heavy. Sometimes having to hang out all day and play doesn't exactly play to your advantage, but it's been a tough go for him.
And every time he looks up, somebody's there defensively. That was the same case on that. Touchdown, Falcons! Bijan Robinson, 43 yards. And the Falcons get a bit closer. Koo able to connect on the extra point, and that'll cut the lead down to 18.
Following the touchdown, here's Koo to kick off. And he's up past the 20 to the 22-yard line. Out onto the field comes New Orleans. Still operating with a comfortable lead despite the score a moment ago as they begin 1st and 10.
They go back to the air here after the INT on the last drive.
That'll be taken in by Shaheed.
And they work this well upfield across the 45. 23 yards, the final tally.
I'll tell you what, a lot of those mid-range throws have been available because sometimes teams get too concerned about the deep ball and they leave too much space in front of them, and these guys have been taking advantage so far.
They'll look to throw here on 1st down. And he'll toss this one incomplete. Seeing no options, he throws it away.
And a smart play there. He's probably saying, I wish I would have done that on the last drive instead of throwing the interception.
Glad to be in the great city of New Orleans, rolling along here in the 3rd quarter, 2nd and 10.
Out of the gun, they'll look to throw.
Finds Hill on the crossing route, complete.
And he's going to get this one down to the edge of the red zone. It's a gain of 34. 1 quarter remains here on a Sunday night. Back now here live in New Orleans. It's the Saints. They'll be looking to expand their lead here. They've got the football as we start the 4th. On 1st down, they'll go to the ground attack. And he'll take this inside the 20 and down to the 18. 2 yards on the pickup there. It'll be 2nd and 8. Off the play fake, he'll look to throw. Firing quickly here, and that's complete. And that's good for a gain of 6. And now that sets up 3rd and 2.
Let's not quibble about the gain there on 2nd down. That was a positive play because that was a take-what-you-can-get situation. Got out to the tight end. Now it gives them a much better opportunity to convert on 3rd down.
Now a toss here, short side. And he has the 1st down before he's tackled at the 5. Able to get what they need to keep the drive going with a 6-yard pickup on 3rd down.
Brandon, when a defense just simply can't get off the field on 3rd down, and we all know how important that down is for both sides of the ball, you often feel like you're just a step behind whatever they're doing offensively.
And one of the differences in this game, no doubt, 3rd down conversion, and that is going to be a story they'll talk about after this one. And he is going to lose yardage here. That's going to go as a loss of 2, and it'll be 2nd down. Bear in mind, that wasn't a big lineman back there for the tackle for loss. That was a cornerback.
So are you saying the myth has been shattered? That all of them are not just cover corners? Some of them actually will stick their nose in and tackle when necessary? That's what we just saw, isn't it?
From the gun, they'll try to run it.
And he is into the end zone. Touchdown, New Orleans. A great effort there.
That's his 19th rushing touchdown of the year. And the Saints are closing in on a 3rd straight win as they widen the gap further here in the 4th quarter. The point after, good by Groupie.
And they open the lead up now to 25.
After the touchdown, here's Groupie to kick this one away. This fielded right at the goal line. And he returns this to the 22.
Here comes the Atlanta offense now ready to take over here.
It's now appearing that this losing streak is going to continue. You know, the coaching staff was confident that this was going to be the game to stem the tide, but that just has not been the case. First down, here's Ritter. Into the hands of London.
So the completion good for 6 yards, and it's second down. You got the big lead defensively, willing to give them that underneath stuff, right?
And this is why you work on your tackling. Tackle them after the catch, inbounds, keep the clock running. Just go ahead and bleed the game out that way.
Throwing again on second down, but this time it's incomplete.
Defensively, you look at the numbers. Another incomplete pass that we just saw, and they're under 200 yards passing for the game, so they've done their job on that side of the ball.
Yeah, recently I was actually working a game where a quarterback had a streak of 5 straight games without a 200-yard game. And that was a big talk, both in his town and amongst his team. How do we get the passing game going? So, big...
Ritter cannot escape, and they bring him down.
And the defense coming through on third down, a loss of 7 to bring up fourth.
And they went empty backfield, and because of that, nobody was there to pick up the blitz.
And you know that offenses, when they go with the empty backfield, they have different things designed on every play to try to account for things. But what people often forget, defense is audible as well. And a lot of times when they see an empty backfield, they audible right into a blitzing situation.
Now they go for it on. This one is going to wind up incomplete. The Falcons go for it, but it doesn't work out. And now possession's going to go over with a football at the 20-yard line. They'll try and run some clock here as they keep it on the ground. And he is going to be stopped cold behind the line of scrimmage. He'll lose a yard there, and it's 2nd and 11.
That was well played there defensively. 2 tight ends in the formation, which essentially gave them 7 blockers up front. Hard to imagine with all that size and beef that they could let a tackler through. But that's exactly what happened. A loss resulted.
And they'll give him another shot here on the ground. And a couple of yards as they move it from the 21 to the 19.
Brandon, I've got to think this offensive line has got some smiles on its faces. And I know it sounds crazy, but they practiced for this back in training camp. They knew they'd be in situations where it'd be extra defenders in the box coming after them, trying to keep them from locking down a game. Right now, they want to show the world they're up to the challenge.
The offense on third down tonight, they've been good. 3 for 4 thus far. This is 3rd and 9. Here's a give up the middle. And they're going to mark him down short, maybe by about a yard, if that. Just 2 minutes remaining here in the 4th quarter of what has been a one-sided affair. So it's Saints football as we get you reset. They've got a 4th down here in a game that looks to have been decided already. And with things looking pretty good on the scoreboard, they're going to keep the offense out there and go for it here on 4th. They'll try and run for it. And he picks up the first as he's able to take it down to the 7-yard line. I think that's a good example of why they've been successful this year. They're fearless on any down.
And it's interesting that this year I asked an NFL head coach about being fearless and going for it on 4th down. And he said, people have to understand, there's fearless and there's reckless. I try not.
And he will get into the end zone. It's another touchdown. This thing is ugly.
So another rushing touchdown for him this year. Boy, he's found the end zone quite a bit so far. Charles, that now an even 20 scores on the season.
And you know how often we use the term, probably I overuse the term, imposing their will? Well, these defenses have become really powerless to stop him. That's what we've seen from him and his team this year. You know he's getting the ball down here in the red zone, but he's just got that strength of will himself, and he's used it to great effect.
And they'll bring it out to the 25 as Agnew elects for the touchback.
Atlanta now coming out on the field.
Well, we said it at halftime that they would need a nearly perfect second half to erase that deficit that they were facing, CD. But unfortunately, the second half has pretty much been a carbon copy of the first.
Yeah, that early lead was almost insurmountable the way their opponent was playing. And partner, they do have some good news, though. This one is getting close to being over, and they can try and hit the reset button starting tomorrow.
Pete Werner in there to get him, and that is sack number 6 now for him on the year. Throwing on 2nd and long. Ritter. The defense rising to the challenge and setting him back on the sack. The Saints going to call the first of their timeouts. That'll leave them with 2 remaining. We'll be back after this. Facing the prospect of a punt from their own end zone, they need some cushion. Let's see what they can do on 3rd down. Back to throw now in his own end zone. Got a man, it's London. And he is out of bounds up past the 10. They pick up 10, but it'll still lead to a 4th down. Here's Bradley Pinion now. On presumably to punt, though he did complete a pass earlier. A 44-yard punt. They're going to wind up losing yardage on the return, though.
And they will take over 1st and 10. The New Orleans offense set to take over. They're looking at a 3rd straight win here if they can hold on.
They'll start on the ground here on 1st down. And they'll take this to the other side of midfield before going out of bounds.
54 yards rushing for him now as he's carried it 13 times.
Another example of this offense really having their way, Charles, and another big chunk play there on the ground.
And when you look at the defense, they've got to do a much better job of wrapping up when they tackle. A lot of great opportunities continue to slip through their fingers, as do the runners.
Past the 20. And they're going to score again. Yet another touchdown as they just add to their totals.
Here's Groovy for the PAT.
And this one was over a while ago as they just add on to their big lead. So 2 plays on that scoring drive. That's how they drew it up. And the long run into the end zone, and what a run it was. Jamal Agnew now to return it.
And he'll get it up past the 20 to about the 22.
About set to begin their next drive. The Falcons offense at the line.
Well, this game, it has had no shortage of offense. They've been able to put up a decent amount of points on this side, Charles. They just have not been able to keep pace with the other offense they're going against here.
Yeah, that's a good way of pointing things out because now it's not a total loss because, as you said, they've scored some points, so there's some plays they can build on, moments where the game plan actually worked. But overall, though, they were just out-personnelled. They were going up against a team that's playing at an elite level.
In trouble here, and down he goes. Back at the 8-yard line. Now we'll get a quick timeout called by New Orleans, number 2. That'll leave them with just 1 remaining in this 4th quarter of play.
Ritter and the Falcons need an answer, and a big play here on 3rd and long following the sack.
He'll look to throw.
Short throw caught by Pitts.
And he'll be out of bounds up past the 10-yard line. So 5 yards here, 5 on the play. And it'll be 4th down. Here's Bradley Pinion now as the drive goes backwards, so he's on to punt it away.
Partner under the lights in prime time this off.
Roster's pretty solid.
Hey, yeah, I'm there's a league and people get incentives, so I get to um, I'm editing some things. Sorry about the noise.
It's Aller. Keep up the good work, dude. Absolutely awesome smiling face with sunglasses.
Thanks, Raider17. Yeah, I stream often, so you can come back and check me out and everything.
Nice.
It's the NFL on EA Sports. And this one features Swiss Army knife Taysom Hill. He's putting together one of the better seasons in league history.
The calendar has turned to December, and we're in the home stretch now as we're underway in Week 13.
And he'll be tackled just shy of the 25.
So here's the first drive now for the 49ers. And they'll be led out by a guy who has a couple years under his belt in the NFL, their third-year quarterback.
And it felt like in watching the game tape, he got everyone involved last week.
He was a manager.
He really was. That's a great way to put it because they ran the ball some, they threw it accurately. One touchdown pass, so he didn't, break the bank doing that, but he didn't throw any interceptions. That's the bottom line. That's why a defense loves a quarterback like that. Doesn't put them in bad situations.
Purdy's throw pulled in by Kittle. And he gets this up to the 34 out of bounds there. In last week's game for Kittle, there are the numbers. 6 catches, 74 yards.
And he was able to haul that pass in there, but he knows he's got a tough task ahead of him. This unit in the top 5 in the NFL against the pass. He's going to have to really work hard to get open.
And he is met in his tracks behind the line of scrimmage. Officially, it will go as a 1-yard loss, and that's going to lead to a 3rd down.
So they just need 1 yard here to pick up the first down.
They'll try and pick it up with McCaffrey. And he's able to get the first before he's taken down at the 36. 3 yards there, good enough to keep the drive moving. So from the 36 now, 1st and 10.
Throwing here, Purdy. That's into the hands of Parkinson, the tight end.
And he'll be out of bounds up near the 45 at the 44.
From the 44-yard line, here's 2nd and 2.
Up the gut, McCaffrey. And he'll only get a yard, maybe 2, up to the 46.
This defense for the Saints, they played extremely well last week in the win over Atlanta.
And what I saw on film was a nearly unstoppable pass rush. 5 sacks last week, plenty of hurries given up. So now what do you do on offense? You just max protect, keep everyone in and run the ball? Or maybe just 1 or 2 receiver routes in order to try and keep your quarterback upright.
So in Saints territory now, here's 1st and 10 at the 45-yard line. Again, they run. Again, it's McCaffrey. A beautiful fake.
And a good job of finding the open space to run as he's down close to the 30 here.
On 1st down, this is McCaffrey. And shedding through the tackle. Heck of a move and then brought down near the 23. A solid run on 1st down. Gain of 7 leaves him with a 2nd and 3.
This time they'll throw it. Here's Purdy.
And his throw is going to be incomplete.
Not a great start dropping his first target, but let's face it, it won't be his last chance because he'll get opportunities to make up for that one throughout this game.
3rd down, here's McCaffrey. And he is going to lose yardage here. Defensively, they rally the troops to force 4th down after that 7-yard pickup back on 1st.
A great job there by this defense. They give up the long drive, but in the end, it looks like they'll force a field goal attempt.
And his kick is good. And the 49ers take a 3-0 lead.
Even though they didn't find the end zone, they have to be pretty pleased with how they moved the ball on the ground because we know that that was one of their big goals in this game.
And that really goes through the entire offense because when you're running the ball effectively, just about everyone's involved. It's not just the guy carrying the football. It's everyone blocking for him, both inside and on the perimeter.
And good coverage there on special teams as they'll get him down shy of the 20.
And here come the Saints for their opening drive. And a glance here at their quarterback standing 6'3".
It was fun getting ready for this game, wasn't it? Because normally we talk to the coaches and the players. I think you and I asked to talk to the trainer to see how his arm is going to be.
A lot of ice after last week.
After last week's game, boy, what a performance that was. And you know who else is having fun? Receivers. Because they get a chance to do what they do best, which is go out and catch the ball.
Yeah, and that last week.
And this intercepted on the first play of the game.
And he brings it back to right around the 26-yard line.
Well, it's not the first time we've seen him give one up here during his rookie season. And in this case, zone coverage forced the mistake. He's made some strides week to week in how he's handling the different type of coverages that he's seeing. But clearly, there's some growing still to do.
Throwing on 1st down, but this one winds up to be incomplete.
Here's 2nd and 10. Purdy from the gun. Into the hands of Patrick left side. And he'll go out of bounds in the red zone just inside the 20. 9 yards, not quite enough, and they'll be left now with 3rd and 1. McCaffrey running up the middle. And he picks up the first down yardage as he takes it down to the 16.
So it's pretty simple, partner. You pick up a turnover, set you up in excellent field position. The last thing you want to do is go 3 and out in this spot.
Yeah, they would have had to settle for a field goal attempt, but now they keep those touchdown hopes alive. On first down, it's Purdy. That's caught by Debo.
It's week 13 of the NFL, and this one features Swiss Army knife Taysom Hill. He's putting together one of the better seasons in league history. It's the Saints and the Niners, and it's coming up next.
The calendar has turned to December, and we're in the home stretch now as we're underway in Week 13. Escapes the defender. And he'll take it up past the 25 to the 26-yard line. So here's the first drive now for the 49ers. And they'll be led out by their third-year quarterback.
If you ask coaches at any level to design their ideal leader of a team, I think they're going to check every box with this guy. He's got the poise to handle responsibility. He stays calm under any kind of pressure, and he brings out the best of his teammates each and every week.
They start on the ground with McCaffrey. Ooh, the juke. And he's free going down the left side. It's a foot race. And they've got it well across midfield down to the 40 before it's all said and done. It's a gain of 34. Opening quarter, his opening carry of the game, and I think they'll give it to him a few more times, as they should.
You're exactly right about that. With that type of a run, you want to repeat it many times until they show signs of stopping it. I think he did his visualization exercise before this one, and they're paying off.
Purdy's throw taken in by Samuel. And this winds up a pickup of 2, maybe 2.5 to about the 39. This defense for the Saints, they played extremely well last week in the win over Atlanta.
Yeah, they gave up 17 points, but that's what you would consider a goal for each and every defense, because if you give up 17 points a game all year long, you're thinking you're going to be a playoff team because you expect your offense to score more than that. That's what you're looking for. Room to improve, of course, but I'd have to say a very solid performance.
And you look at this Saints defense. They played extremely well last week in the win over Atlanta.
And what I saw on film was nearly an unstoppable pass rush. They had 5.
Oh, he tries to force it in, and it's intercepted. Picked off by Alontae Taylor. And the Saints force the turnover. They'll take over at their own 27. Well, that is a quick lesson on how difficult this defense is to throw against. An interception on their initial drive of the ballgame.
Now we know why their offensive staff spent the entire week awake trying to prepare for this one, because you can't totally shy away from throwing the football, but at the same time you're looking at them and going, where are the weaknesses? How are we going to move it?
One of the top defenses in the NFL for a reason. We just saw one example right there. And here come the Saints for their opening drive.
And they will be led out by a guy certainly still trying to prove himself here in the league, the young rookie quarterback.
And I thought it was a really nice performance last week by him. 3 touchdown passes. I think that signifies exactly what he was getting done. He did have the 1 interception.
But that's the ratio you say you're okay with,
If
right?
you go 3 to 1, you're going to be pretty happy over the course of the season. And let's face it, he'll never blame the receiver publicly. But behind closed doors, he probably told his agent, hey, what's the deal? I should have had a perfect game.
And 2nd and 10, he'll look to throw again. And it's knocked away and incomplete.
Tough series for the passing game. Things just aren't clicking. Hoping they can come through on this play and get this series back on track with a completion for enough yardage for a first down.
Out of the gun now on 3rd down.
Gets this complete to Shaheed.
And this play going to be stopped in its tracks at the 32, and obviously well short of the first down. So still a scoreless game in the first, but they're going to go for this thing on their own side of the field on 4th down. They're going to try and throw. And it's going to be batted down, and will go the other way with the football. So certainly an interesting call there to go for it. And it'll be a turnover on downs. From the 32 now, here's 1st and 10. Trying to shake off the interception from the last drive. He'll look to throw. And taking it to the 15-yard line before he's brought down. Able to make something out of nothing there. 17 yards and a first down.
He was certainly quick to atone for his early game interception. Instead of making another mistake forcing something, he reset himself and found a lane to pick up the first down.
Line of scrimmage, the 15. It's 1st and 10. Back to throw, Purdy.
And it's complete. In the end zone, touchdown 49ers.
T. Higgins.
His 5th touchdown now on the year.
And the 49ers are on the board first here this afternoon. Moody good with the extra point.
And that makes the score 7-0.
So following the touchdown, here's Moody back out to send it away. From a couple yards deep, he'll bring it out of the end zone. And the decision to come out of the end zone is going to cost him 5 yards as he's taken down right at the 20.
New Orleans Saints, they get ready to set up shop for their 2nd drive.
Charles, we know that this offense is aggressive. We saw that last drive. They went for it on 4th down, didn't get it. Then they give up the touchdown. So now you feel like they really need to respond here.
They certainly do, but let's face it.
And now this is intercepted.
It's Week 13 of the 2024 season, and this one features Swiss Army knife Taysom Hill. He's putting together one of the better seasons in league history. It's the Saints and the 49ers, and it comes your way next.
The calendar has turned to December, and we're in the home stretch now as we're underway in Week 13.
And here comes a return from just beyond the goal line. And a nice job there on special teams to limit him to inside the 15 as he's dropped at the 14.
So here are the 49ers now with a long field ahead. And they'll be led out by their quarterback now in his third season in the league.
I tell you what, when he is on schedule for that week, secondaries take notice because you've got to stay alert back there on every snap. A truly powerful arm, one that's capable of challenging any level of the defense on any given play. That's why so many scouts preach arm talent when preparing for the NFL draft. A quarterback with arm strength to make every throw in the book, he's an asset to have in any offense.
Now a 2nd and 10. Purdy. That one taken in by T. Higgins.
And able to get this across the 20 before going out of bounds. But just play number 3 here on the opening drive, and it's an early 3rd and 1. This is McCaffrey on the give. Boy, no chance as he was met and dropped behind the line there. That'll make it 4th down after a loss of 1.
This defense is a difficult one to prepare for, one of the best in the league. They'll come at you from all angles, and they did a nice job there stopping him for a loss.
So a change of possession here on the punt.
And it will be 1st and 10 as they take over.
From the 34 now, here's 1st and 10.
As Shaheed going to go in motion. On the move past the 40.
And all the way down to the 17-yard line. A big play there on the catch and run. And even 50 yards.
When they've needed a play this year, he's certainly been the guy to deliver it. As this season has gone on, he's been awfully consistent and sometimes spectacular.
And the result here, a pickup of 8. Leaves him with 2 to go on 2nd down. He was solid last week, over 100 yards in their victory on the ground. They want to get that going again.
Absolutely. What they also understand is that from week to week, it's not necessarily the same, but they want it to be, right? What they saw last week on the ground, they want to see in this game as well.
And he swallowed up right near the line of scrimmage. He got maybe a half yard at most, but officially they'll be left with a 3rd and 2.
2 yards still to go. 3rd down now. As Shaheed going to go in motion.
Buying time to his left. And he'll be taken down, but he does have 1st down yardage. Now they bring a receiver in motion right. Well, it's a shuffle pass, and it's complete. Only a yard in the completion. It's 2nd and goal.
As Shaheed going to go in motion.
They'll try to run this one in. And he is in for the score. Touchdown, New Orleans. A great play there. With touchdown number 23 here on the year.
And the Saints will jump on top with the game's first score here this afternoon. Groupie able to add the PAT.
And it's now a 7-0 game. So the drive there took 6 plays. And it ends with a 1-yard touchdown run.
After the touchdown, here's Groupie to kick this one away. Taken at the goal line. And he won't quite make it to the 25. Back out there comes the 49ers offense ready for their second drive. And these guys definitely hoping for a better showing than their last appearance. They couldn't really even move the football much beyond the shadows of their own goalpost, Charles. We'll see if they can get a better, more sustained drive going here.
Yeah, and every team that we ever talk to says the exact same thing. When you start a drive from that deep in your own territory, the goal is a minimum of at least 2 first downs, because even if you have to punt then, you change the field position, right? You flip the field a little bit. They didn't get that done. This time they want to string together a nice drive and help themselves out.
He's got his 6'5" receiver. That's Tim Patrick. And they get him down, but not before he takes it across the 40-yard line. They'll give it up to McCaffrey. Nice little juke. And some nifty running here as he'll take this across midfield and down to the 47. 11 more yards that go around, a first down as well. McCaffrey on the counter. Oh, an absolutely filthy juke. He's got some space now. And all the way down to the 7-yard line. 50 yards rushing for him as he's got the afternoon off to a great start. Now a chance to make that big play really hurt. It's first and goal just outside the 5. They'll try to run with McCaffrey. Trying to find a lane, but instead he'll get back to the line of scrimmage and no more. They'll say no gain on the play, and it'll be second and goal. Here's Purdy. That's caught by Deebo Samuel. Touchdown, San Francisco. A great effort there. His second touchdown on the season. And the Niners are an extra point away now from tying this ball game. Moody good with the extra point, and we are tied at 7. So all even at 7 now as they kick it away. But no run back here. Fair catch, and this will come out to the 25. Getting set to go again as we look at the back, heading onto the field again. Last week, over 100 yards, 3 touchdowns. We were talking with him on the field before the game. He said simply, I was in a groove. He obviously was.
And I think he's been a little modest about that, being in a groove. That's a big-time game right there. And I think he feels like his entire team is coming along with him because they're creating spaces and holes for him to run through. He's making people miss, running through tackles. They are locked in a big way and confident about this game as well.
They'll break the huddle, come up on 2nd and 8 at the 27-yard line. Here's a play fake as they set up to throw. He'll find Shaheed out to the right. And he'll take this to the other side of midfield before going out of bounds. That'll wind up a gain of 27 on the catch and run. So from inside Niner territory now, this is 1st and 10 at the 46. And they'll send the tight end in motion. On first down, they'll go to the ground attack. Give him 5 on the carry there, and it'll be 2nd down. Seven, our score after 1. Ready for the second quarter from New Orleans. It's the Saints in possession as they are looking at a 2nd and 5 situation. Out of the gun, they'll look to throw. That is incomplete. They come up now 3rd and 5 following the incomplete pass. Now a shotgun snap as they'll look to throw. That is caught. Touchdown, New Orleans. A great play there. 41 yards. And the Saints have taken the lead. The point after, good by Groupie. And that makes the score 14-7. After the touchdown, here's Groupie to kick this one away. And it'll come out to the 25 as he will not attempt a return. The 49ers ready to set up shop again offensively. They trail a one-score deficit, 14-7, as they come up 1st and 10. Purdy now to throw off the play action. And that's going to be caught. T. Higgins. He's to the 15. Touchdown 49ers. T. Higgins. 75 yards. And the Niners are able to strike quickly here as they are in for 6. Moody good with the extra point, and we are tied at 14. This one tied at 14 now as he sends this one away. And that one will bounce out of the back of the end zone, so we will start here at the 25. Now the Saints offense, they get ready to go back to work here. A long drive last time out for this offense, Charles. If you remember, they started basically in the shadows of their own end zone, marched it down the field, and a lot of that was through the passing game.
And, partner, as a former defensive back, I'm having almost a physical reaction watching what's happening right now. But let's give credit where it's due because they've done an excellent job moving the ball through the air. Secondary getting picked apart pass by pass. Obviously, they need to make some adjustments there on the back end.
And because offensively, we know that they're not going to be shy about throwing that football. On 1st down, he'll drop to throw. That'll be taken in by Shaheed. And they're well past midfield, just a yard or two shy of the 40. Another strong gain on the last 2 plays. They've moved it a combined 33 yards. So from inside Niner territory now, this is 1st and 10 at the 42-yard line. Got a man, it's caught inside the 10. Touchdown, Saints. A great effort there. 2 catches, 2 touchdowns here so far. And the Saints have taken the lead. Groupie able to add the PAT. And the lead is now 21-14. After the touchdown, here's Groupie to kick this one away. This taken in at the goal line. And he's up past the 20 to the 22-yard line. T. Higgins out on offense for the rest of his teammates for this next drive. He's up near 100 yards now here in the 2nd quarter, but his team's down.
Through no fault of his own. I mean, what a nice game he's having so far. They've got to keep finding ways to get him the football. Don't get away from that. Figure out where things are going wrong with the rest of the team.
He'll be hoping to hit that 100-yard mark on this drive. 5 yards on the carry. Good pickup on 1st down.
Purdy now on 2nd down. The first catch of the game for George Kittle. And they get him down, but not before he takes it across the 40-yard line. Kittle's got his first catch, and it's also a 1st down. Purdy will set up to throw it here. And the Saints pressure gets him. Brought down for a sack. It'll be a loss of 7. And it brings up 2nd. Out of the gun, Purdy. This one caught by Kittle. And they're going to have this across midfield and inside the 45. A gain there of 21 yards. So in Saints territory now. Here's 1st and 10 at the 43. Here's McCaffrey. And that one opened up for him well as he'll take this down to the 26-yard line. 72 yards rushing for him as he has been tough to stop here in this 1st half. Purdy to throw it on first down. An unlucky number here, a loss of 13 on the play, and it'll make this a 2nd and long. From the shotgun to McCaffrey, and that'll hurt the average a bit as this time they're able to get him behind the line. They lose 2 on that last play, so things get even tougher. 3rd and long coming up. 2 minutes remaining in this first half of football. And we'll remind you that coming up at halftime, we'll join Jonathan Coachman and the gang in Orlando. Coach will have stats and scores from the early games going on here around the NFL. Now on 3rd and long, they'll look to throw. And that is incomplete.
And this defense definitely in his head there on 3rd down, and he's pretty fortunate. They didn't call for grounding on this one. That was a good 10 feet over everyone's head.
So coming on now is the field goal unit. They're going to try for 3, and he'll need all the leg he's got here. And this one is no good. He missed it. And this will stay at a 7-point game.
Well, Brandon, anything beyond 50, you start rolling the dice a bit. And once you get up around 57, 58 yards, the chances of making it go down dramatically. And sure enough, this one winds up no good.
They'll come out throwing here to start the drive. He's got it with the 15. And he'll be brought down right on the edge of the goal line at about the 1-yard line. A chance to really cap off a big first half here as they come up on 1st and goal. He'll look to throw. And a quick throw here, that's complete. Touchdown! A 1-yard touchdown reception. And the Saints are able to strike quickly to add on to their lead. The point after, good by Groupie. And the lead now up to 14. Hardly any time taken off the clock there. 2 plays, and they find the end zone for 6 points. After the touchdown, here's Groupie to kick this one away. This fielded right at the goal line. And some good special teams coverage as they bring him down just outside of the 15. San Francisco's offense returns to the field. And Charles, we'll see what they can do here. Not a ton of time left, but enough certainly to get points out of this drive. And they need them right now because they're trailing.
Yeah, and this is exactly why you practice a 2-minute drill all through camp. And at least one.
Nowhere to go here. He lost the football. And this is picked up by the Saints. And it won't count for 6. He's brought down, but inside the 5. 1st and goal at the 4-yard line.
Play under review.
So that one overturned. They say the knee was down, and that will not be ruled a fumble. The fumble on 1st down. Now here's 2nd down. Purdy looking to throw. He'll get this one to Patrick. And he gets this one just shy of the 35 to the 34. Now San Francisco going to call their 2nd timeout as the clock will stop with 55 seconds to go until halftime. Throw left side. McCaffrey's got it. And he gets this up across the 35 before he's out of bounds.
All defenses worry that whenever anyone catches the ball and has a head of steam come out of the backfield, it can turn into a big play with missed tackles or he runs through people. But they were right there waiting, and they stopped him for a minimal gain.
Into space at the 45. And brought down across the 50 to the 49-yard line. And now the Niners going to signal for their 3rd and final timeout. And with halftime on the horizon, they'll be out of timeouts from here forward. Dancing to his left.
I think the defense surprised him there with that blitz on 1st down, but give him credit. Stayed cool under pressure and still found a way through the extra rushers for positive yardage. Well done.
And he's taken down here by the Saints. And now they'll take a timeout defensively. After the second down play, they burn the timeout, making them sweat out the final few ticks here in the second quarter. And they line up now for what will likely be the last play of the first half. Final play of the half. Purdy. Look at the big man rumble. And all the way down to the 17-yard line. So it's halftime here in New Orleans with the Saints out in front. Past the halfway point of the season and now past the halfway point of this game. We skip halftime and get right back to the action. Set to begin the third quarter. Welcome back. Settled into the booth, ready for quarter number 3. Set now to go for the third quarter. The Saints have the lead and set to receive the kick. Taken at the goal line. And able to get this across the 20, but not much further as he's dropped it to 23-yard line. The Saints going to take over on offense to begin this third quarter. This offense set to begin the third quarter. And, Charles, if they had a checklist of things they wanted to accomplish in the first half, certainly at the top of that list would be having the lead, and they've got that here.
That's always the most important box to check, isn't it? But also, they've had some success in their passing game, so probably an empty box establishing the run. They're on pace for fewer than 100 yards in this one. So now they want to make sure that they get that going so they truly have a control in this ball game. And down the stretch, being able to be balanced, either throw it or run it, and try and win this ball game.
Looking for more there on first down, but this throw downfield incomplete. So after the incompletion on first, now 2nd and 10. Back to throw here. And that one too far in front. He couldn't reel it in. It's incomplete. They don't get the hook up there, but you really have to marvel at how precise he's been throwing the football these last couple weeks.
Oh, that's the perfect word for it, precise. Because if you're at 70% or better 2 weeks in a row, you have a job as long as you want one in this league, won't you? I mean, let's face it, it's not just West Coast offense either. He's putting the ball downfield as well.
This is caught at the 20. A big-time play there for New Orleans. 41 yards.
Another big play right there. And this is where, as an offense, you can really put the hand. You've got a double-digit lead, but those other guys, they've been hanging around. A touchdown here could put this game out of reach, and that's a strong step towards getting it done.
So how about this for field position after the big play? Inside the 15 now as they come up on 1st and 10. Again, he'll drop to throw. Complete to Olave on the out route. Will go down as a gain of 6, and that'll make it 2nd down. From the gun, he'll hand this off. And he will maneuver his way down to about the 7. Just a yard on the pickup there, and it'll leave him with a 3rd and 3.
The way things have gone in this one, the running game's been something of an afterthought, and that's not been too bad for them, has it?
Yeah, the offensive returns have been good, but I guess we figured he in the ground game would be a bit more involved. Hands it off out of the gun. Yeah, this is not going to be enough. Was in search of 2 yards and only got halfway there. When we talk about defenders, specifically linebackers, keeping their eyes in the right spot, he had that eye down the entire time.
And you know that's not easily done because they throw a lot of misdirection at you. They try and fool you and get your eyes in the wrong place. But you're right about that one. He correctly figured that one out and made a really nice play.
So after 4 touchdowns in the game for this offense, this time they're forced into taking the 3.
But you did mention 4 touchdowns, right? So 4 out of 5, not too bad. I think that's a pretty good record for them.
And he returns this to the 22. Here's a look at the 49ers offense as they make their way out for their first possession of the second half. Purdy going to lead the 49ers to the line, 1st and 10 at their own 22.
throwing there, but this pass is going to wind up incomplete.
Well, if you're going to give out a little applause on that play, it has to go to the defense. More good work by them. They've taken away the passing lanes all game long, and you can see the frustration that it's causing because he just about threw that one into the first row.
Second down, here's Purdy to throw.
Nowhere to go here. He lost the football. But fortunately, he's able to recover his own fumble, and that could have been trouble.
Dangerous spot for them to cough it up. Lucky to have recovered because had the defense gotten it, they were already within a shadow of the goalpost.
Yeah, and then you're yelling at your own defense. Sudden change, sudden change. That's not what you want to hear on your side.
And this turns into disaster. He's not going to get forward progress. That'll be a safety.
Well, 2 snaps ago, I don't think anyone thought a safety was on the table, yet it happened. They cut him a back-to-back plays breaking through the line. No amount of evading was going to save him from a sack on either play. And on the last one, he ran too deep into the end zone to set up the safety.
The Saints coming out now to take the field.
At some point, we're going to get it through our heads. Special teams, special teams, special teams. The spark that often wins games.
A good starting spot for the Saints as they come up 1st and 10 at their own 43. In motion, the tight end. They'll try and start this drive in the air. Throw left side, taken in by Hill. Just a gain of a couple there, and it'll be 2nd down.
Got to give credit where it's due. Really nice defense on that play. The pitch and catch was successful, but not any run after it.
And now an audible here into something else. Here's 2nd and 8. He lets it go deep for Olave.
And that will be incomplete. Tried to dial up the long one way out there, but it'll be 3rd down.
After what they faced during this game where they've given up a ton of yards downfield, there has to be a measure of revenge right there for the secondary. They've been shredded throughout the game and finally forced an incompletion.
So the failure to connect on 2nd down, that leaves them staring up here at a 3rd and 8. He'll drop to throw. And down he goes. The 49ers get there. The defense rising to the challenge and setting him back on the sack. Here comes the Saints punter now. And the way this offense has moved the ball, he hasn't been needed till here in the 3rd. And here's a fair catch taken at about the 24-yard line. A 41-yard punt there with no return. And the Niners will go on offense 1st and 10. The drive begins with a run by McCaffrey. And he is going to be stopped cold behind the line of scrimmage. Officially, it's a 1-yard loss. That's going to bring up 2nd and 11.
Brings up 2nd and 11 at the 23-yard line.
Purdy now to throw.
This will be caught at Samuel. And they'll get it all the way up about 5 yards shy of midfield. 22 yards there, a 1st down.
Now Purdy.
Completes it to the tight end, Kittle. And they went the wrong way there. Losing yardage back at the 43-yard line.
Brings up 2nd and 12 at the 43-yard line.
Back to throw, Purdy. They'll get this underneath to McCaffrey.
They juked him, and they'll get this well past midfield before being stopped just before the 35. That one a gain of 20 and a 1st down. And they're not going to get to the line to run another play. So back now here live in New Orleans. So from the 36 now, 1st and 10. It's 49er football, but some ground to cover. They find themselves behind as we hit the 4th and final quarter.
Purdy sets up to throw again.
Connects with Kittle underneath. It'll go as a gain of 4, and it'll be 2nd down.
Purdy from the gun.
Oh, he'll want that one back. Incomplete. He doesn't drop too many in that department. Third down.
They are in need of 6 yards here if they hope to move the chains. Here's Purdy now on 3rd and goal. Work in the middle of the field, and he's got a man complete. And he is going to have a 49ers first down as they're able to get the 3rd down conversion. Purdy off the play fake.
And incomplete on the deep ball.
Even with such a big lead late, the effort hasn't lapsed one bit. If the offense wants to score some points in this one, they're going to have to earn it. These guys are not giving up anything.
Purdy will set up to throw it here. And he will find his man Samuel.
And he gets it all the way down inside the 10 and mark him at the 5. 1st and goal, and they got to be thinking a chance to get right back into this football game.
Once more, Purdy looking to throw.
That is caught by the tight end Kittle. Touchdown, 49ers. A 5-yard touchdown catch.
And the 49ers have got it back to a 2-score game here in the 4th. So a little bit of a letdown there defensively. I mean, look, you're still 2 scores to the good, CD, but things may be a little more uncomfortable than they had hoped.
Yeah, if you'd kept them out of the end zone there, this game's over. You've locked the door on them. Instead, it's still open a little bit, and they've got a puncher's chance.
So here's Moody back out there now to send this one away.
Yeah, some might have returned that one. He won't. He'll go down to a knee, and they'll start the drive from the 25. Out onto the field comes New Orleans. Well, there are 2 scores on the plus side. Still time here in this 4th quarter, but maybe you start thinking about playing keep away?
Yeah, I think here's the situation. You're not thinking touchdowns anymore. You're just thinking first downs. To keep up with your theme there, playing keep away, first downs, they can't touch the ball.
They'll come out throwing here on 1st down.
He'll find Shaheed out to the right.
And he's going to be out up around the 45-yard line. That one good for 20 on the catch and run.
The passing game continues to be their friend. Even with a stable lead here in the 4th, Charles, they're going back to that well.
Yeah, with their overall philosophy, you know that they trust their quarterback. He's been able to throw it well. If they continue to throw these safe passes, who can blame them?
That's caught inside the 20. Touchdown, New Orleans.
Chris Olave,
55 yards.
And the Saints are about to make it 4 straight as they add to this 4th quarter advantage. Yet another touchdown in what has just been a high-scoring affair, a fun one to watch. And it's the rookie quarterback, Charles, coming through with yet another touchdown pass to pad the lead.
Did we come into this game where defense was optional? Because it certainly feels that way, right? But when you look at the scoreboard, this rookie, he has his team moving at a little bit quicker pace than his opponents. The entire offense is going to get plenty of praise, but I think these coaches have to be especially happy with what their quarterback has done.
And some good special teams coverage as they bring him down just outside of the 15.
The 49ers offense now, they get set to head back on the field.
Their mini 2-game win streak appears it might be going by the wayside unless they can pull a rabbit out of their hat. Purdy's throw pulled in by Kittle.
And way up past the 35 before he's taken down. And a nice gain of 21 yards. One play has him to the 37 here for 1st and 10.
Here's Purdy. The same target, same result. It's Kittle.
And he'll be out of bounds, but able to get it up past the 45. Consecutive catches for him. That good for 11. Back-to-back good plays have him on the move on 1st down.
Purdy looking to throw.
Open man is Samuel, complete. And taking it across midfield and just shy of the 40. So in Saints territory now. Here's 1st and 10 at the 41. Open man is Higgins. And he's going to get this down near the 20-yard line. And now it looks like they're going to be in the hurry-up.
Again, it's Purdy to throw it. To the sideline and incomplete.
Well, a momentary speed bump there with that throw, partner. The defense had other ideas, and they're trying to mount a small stand before this drive reaches the end zone.
A 2nd down throw for Purdy.
Complete to the tight end, Kittle, over the middle of the field. And he's going to have a gain of 11 to the 11 before he's brought down. 1st and 10.
Throwing here, Purdy.
And his throw is incomplete.
At this point, down big, you'd have to imagine this defense are just going to sit back, blanket the field as best they can.
Yeah, this is actually the easy part of the game for them because, just as you noted, they can sit back, keep everything in front of them. But they've blanketed the field the entire game using a variety of coverages.
Back to the air on 2nd down, Purdy.
And this time he's got the hookup. It's complete. They'll break the huddle and come up on the 9th play of this drive, needing 5 yards on 3rd down. And he holds it in the end zone. Touchdown, San Francisco.
Juwan Jennings
from 6 yards away.
And the Niners are able to cut into that deficit. The 4th quarter touchdown there, back to a 2-score game, but time is not their ally.
No, it's not, partner. They still have a pulse, but it's probably a little weak right now. A lot of things have to go right in these final 2 minutes plus for them. I think they have to be thinking onside kick here, and we know how difficult those are to recover.
2 scores down, 3 timeouts left. Still a chance if they can somehow get this one back. And the Saints hands team able to rein this one in. Well, 4th quarter, they felt like they needed the football back. Unfortunately, they couldn't get it.
And I know we brought analytics into the game, and someone has said here that the data says that when a team's expecting an onside kick, 80% of the time, the team expecting it, they do actually recover the ball, which is what we saw here. I just wonder if that number is much more of a anecdotal type of a number. Kind of like when the coaches tell us, well, when you score on special teams, 93% of the time you win the game. I'm still waiting to see that number is empirical.
Throwing on 1st down, but this one winds up to be incomplete.
That certainly appeared to be a play call where they were just trying to make 2nd down, 2nd and short. I think they thought the coverage was off a little bit more than it was. Nice job there pressing up on it and forcing the incompletion.
Now a throw here, hold in. 5 yards, now it's 3rd and 5.
And we've seen him have success earlier on with the ball in his hands because he is a get it in space and make a play kind of a receiver. But that time, they closed on him quickly and held him to a short gain.
2 minutes left to play in this football game here on EA Sports. So it's Saints football as we get you reset. Now this is a big 3rd down, and you'd have to think we'd see a timeout right away if they can't stop him here. They're going to look to throw. Oh, what a heck of an effort there as he'll make the diving catch. And quickly we're going to get another stop here with 1:54 left as they call the timeout defensively. Now it looks like he'll throw here.
That'll be taken in by Shaheed.
And out of bounds all the way down at the 3. Another. Yards there and a 1st down again.
These guys are running offense like you drive. The pedal is down, stomped down. How about that? Back-to-back completions. They are rolling.
So much for being conservative and running that football. Again, he'll drop to throw.
Over the middle and complete to Shaheed.
Now San Francisco going to call their 2nd timeout as they'll head to the sideline and talk over what to do next.
Now this going to be a quarterback draw.
And this will result in him losing yardage. Back to the 3. And now the Niners going to signal for their 3rd and final timeout as they'll head to the sideline and talk over what to do next. A lot of tired bodies on that field, but this is a big play, 3rd and goal.
They'll set up to run the quarterback draw.
And he'll keep working toward that end zone as he's down to about the 2-yard line. The keeper nets him only a yard, and that's going to bring up 4th. And this one is right through, and that will extend their lead even further.
So that not just important in the fact that it widens their lead, but really that was a textbook job of just hanging on to the football.
And we know all the time that coaches talk about time of possession. Sometimes it's a stat that doesn't matter much, but in this drive, it matters a lot. They want to reduce time and score points and lock this game down.
So Purdy and the Niners
down by 15. Under a minute 20 to go. They need 2 touchdowns and at least 1 2-point conversion mixed in there as well.
Here's Purdy. Able to get this to Patrick.
And he's brought down, getting this one up to about the 35.
It's a gain of 10.
Purdy to throw. A throw left sideline falls incomplete.
And let's face it, this defense has had its share of struggles all game long, and they know that they can put it all behind them if they defend well here in the 2-minute drill. Excellent coverage right there to force the incompletion.
Purdy to throw.
Back-to-back incompletions, but we know this is definitely 4-down territory. Time not on their side. I don't think they want to try and get the first down in 2 installments. I think they got to go and get it right here, right now.
To throw is Purdy.
And the Saints pressure gets him. Brought down for a sack. So instead of giving them another 3rd down, they'll decline it, brings up 4.
Now that's smart football right there. You don't even have to really spend a lot of time considering it. Just know that you're probably going to get the ball back. Good job declining that penalty.
Purdy, big 4th down play.
And this is intercepted, and that should do it. Picked up by Marshawn Lattimore. Well, there's a time and a place for everything. Down 2 scores late in the 4th. I get it. Now is the time to throw it downfield, but that one might just write an end to this ball game.
Yeah, I hear all the time how critical I am of play calls. Not in this situation. No other choice, really. Look at the clock. Look at the scoreboard. Had to press it and take a chance.
We've got to have 2 hands on the football here as they run on 1st down.
And he can only manage to get a couple. 2nd and 8 coming up. Now the offense going to use the first of their timeouts. That'll leave them with 2 remaining. We'll be back after this. This, in all probability, another run here on 2nd and 8. Back to throw. Steps away to his left. And he just chucked that one out of bounds, out of everyone's reach. Maybe a wise call not to take a sack in this part of the field. It brings up 3rd down.
And here you're down in the red zone. You need to be smart, not force anything. So that's a wise decision to just get rid of the football.
So the failure to connect on 2nd down, that leaves them staring up here at a 3rd and 8. He'll look to throw.
Gets this complete to Shaheed.
And he's going to be taken down short of the 1st, right around the 15-yard line. Call it a gain of 6 on the play, and that's going to bring up a 4th down. Now we'll get a quick timeout called by New Orleans, number 2. That'll leave them with just 1 remaining in this 4th quarter of play. And his kick is indeed good, and that will extend their lead even further.
So, Charles, they get to them with their first turnover of the game and then make it hurt a little bit extra with a field goal.
And anytime you give the ball up, what's the first thing a coach tells his defense? Don't let them score off of this. You've got to put out the fire. In fact, in 2021, that's what one NFL coach termed his defense, the firemen. Go out there, guys, and don't let them put some points on the board.
And he won't get this to the 20-yard line as he's down at the 19. The 49er offense set to get this drive underway. We certainly had a sense coming in here that these guys were in for a tough one on the road. That has been how this ball game has played out. They trail big as we continue on now here in this fourth quarter. And now a throw on first down there, but it's incomplete. Well, the trials and tribulations of being a quarterback in this league, it's tough. It's got to be wearing on him out there.
Well, he has been sacked a number of times. He had an interception, so I'm going to give him a skosh of credit for hanging in there and trying to make something happen, despite the amount of pressure he's been under this entire game.
Another throw on second down, and this one incomplete as well. Well, this was a fun one today.